Milwaukee police are investigating the death of a black man who was pinned to the ground outside a Hyatt Regency last month. A video captures the moment 43-year-old Dvontaye Mitchell is held down on the hotel's driveway by 4 security guards. We want to warn you, the footage that we are about to show is disturbing, and we should note that CBS News cannot independently confirm the source of this video. It appears to show the guards hitting Mitchell in the head while he said, quote, "This is what happens when you go into the ladies' room." It all happened after Milwaukee police say that he caused a disturbance, fought with security, and then he was escorted outside. In a separate video taken by another bystander, you can see first responders surrounding Mitchell. When they arrived, Mitchell was unresponsive and then later pronounced dead. The medical examiner's office ruled the death a homicide initially, but more tests are being done. Mitchell's mother believes that he was suffering from a mental health episode. In a statement, Hyatt said Aimbridge Hospitality, which manages the Milwaukee hotel's employees, suspended the security guards involved. The company also said it is fully committed to supporting efforts to help ensure accountability for Mitchell's death. And earlier, I spoke to an eyewitness who took video of the aftermath. His name is Shawn Moore. So I want to thank you so much for joining us, Shawn. This is the sort of video that no one wants to find themselves taking. You want to shoot video of your loved ones, of your pets, not something like this. Extremely traumatic. How are you doing right now? How are you feeling?
I'm still a little numb. I still question myself. So dealing with it.
Yeah. Give me a sense of what happened that day. What made you decide to come over to the hotel? What made you decide to pull out your phone?
So I was over at the dorm visiting my son who does music, and he needed some cleaning supplies. So I was walking to Walgreens, and when I came out the dorm, I heard the screaming.
When you said you heard screaming, what were you hearing?
Like, please, please. I heard him screaming from the hotel.
Right. So you walk up, and what's the first thing you think about the scene that you're witnessing?
Well, initially, I was speaking with the witnesses that were outside, and they were telling me that this guy ran into the women's bathroom and the security caught him, and that's what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard the sounds of him being hit. And as I approached, this young lady started filming. And I watched as the security officer struck him with a flashlight or some object. And we stopped him from striking him, but they never got off of him.
So you run over because you can hear Dvontaye screaming. You can hear the confrontation. And are you there the entire time until the paramedics come?
I was there until they removed the body.
At some point, do you recall when you no longer heard screaming?
Maybe 4 minutes after I arrived. And I was there 7 to 10 minutes before the police came.
Now, I want to stress that this is still under investigation. We don't know what the disturbance was that the security is saying was caused at the hotel. And we still don't know why Dvontaye died, what the cause of death might be. But as you're watching this unfold and he stopped screaming, could you see him moving at all?
You really couldn't see that because of the bodies that were on him. There were 4 security guards. One was holding his ankles, and you had the other 3 above the waist on him, applying pressure, holding him down.
And when did they get off of Dvontaye?
When the police arrived.
And so
the first officer arrived.
They get off, and Dvontaye's still lying there.
Yeah. The officer checked his pulse. He checked his wrist first, then he checked his neck. He turned him over. I thought the officer said that he had a pulse, so I was good with that. But then he started the compressions and the CPR, and you can hear me on the video saying that they killed him.
Mm-hmm. You saw that something was very, very wrong.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Was it just that they were doing compressions, or did Dvontaye's body just look different? Was it when you saw him, could you see
his body had went limp? It was, you could tell. I've done this work, this community work. I've worked with families who have lost people, and after they turned him over, I knew he was gone.
I can see how tough this is for you. Have you spoken at all to Dvontaye's family? I mean, I'm sure at the time you had no idea who Dvontaye was, but now we know a little bit more about him, that, he's a father and well-loved, and their family was concerned that he might have been having a mental health crisis at the time. Have you had a chance to speak to them? Because I think they were actually asking for video.
Yes, I have been in contact with the family. I gave them the videos. That's the least I could do. Looking back, I wish I had done more, but how can you look into the future and say, well, they're going to kill him? He's not going to make it. I never thought that.
Well, Shawn, I appreciate you speaking with us. You're out trying to help out your son, and suddenly you find yourself kind of folded into what has become a national story and a national conversation. And so I appreciate you taking time out.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So Aimbridge Hospitality released a statement saying that it will do everything it can to support law enforcement's ongoing investigation and remains committed to maintaining a safe environment.